You know, my first guest tonight from his acting work on Happy Days and The Andy Griffith Show. He's also directed such films as Apollo 13 and How the Grinch Stole Christmas and A Beautiful Mind, which earned him, of course, the Academy Award for Best Director. His new movie, The Missing, opens tomorrow. Please welcome Ron Howard. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
You know, I have to say, I used to, this is going to sound weird to you,
right,
but when I was a kid, I think a lot of kids do this, you're sort of worried about, you know, what am I going to look like when I get older?
Right.
And so I used to focus on you because I looked sort of like the same way that you did when you were a kid and playing Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh.
And actually, I have photos to prove it here. Look at this. Look at this side-by-side comparison.
What?
This is who he looked.
All that
And so I used to think, I will one day, I will look at Ron Howard, he and I will end up looking exactly the same.
Well, I think you probably will.
Yeah. Well, but this is fake, by the way, if it's any consolation. Look at that. There you go. It's all polyurethane. Does your son take after, does he have the same coloring as
yeah,
you?
my wife and I are both redheads, and my son. I mean, and he's been getting the "Hey Little Opie." I mean, he's pretty big now. Now, if you say it, he could hurt you.
Right, so no one does it anymore. Yeah,
they try to lay off now. No, but he has lived through that as you did. All that and no.
I used to get Opie. Yeah, right. I used to get Opie, and then the whole Conan the Barbarian thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And you throw like a girl, and ha, you wet your pants, all that kind of stuff.
Those are a little different issues.
Oh yeah, right. I have my own problems, which we won't talk about. You know what I was thinking about is that this be kind of it must be hard for you because you have such a reputation for being a nice guy. And I think everybody feels that way about you. You're a very nice guy. Well, and of course, you always played when you were a kid, and you know, as Richie Cunningham's such a nice guy.
I've heard, you know, nice has been a, you know, I mean, I'm here talking about The Missing, which is kind of, it's a very dark, intense movie, and I think I've proven, you know, myself to be serious, you know, and you're going with the nice right off the bat here, and you're saying the nice. I mean, I always thought you were a little better interviewer than that.
Wow! Take it easy! Just take it easy!
Can we just cool it with the nice?
No, all right! All right, settle down. Just settle down.
See, even joking, it breaks my heart. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I can't do it. Very nice. Just kidding, everybody. I'm a hell of a guy.
Yeah. But like I say, it's stunning. People are upset.
Right.
You know, you can't lose it. If you lose it in a parking lot or anything like that, people must get.
You know, when I do, and it is kind of, you know, it does get intense, and I feel sick. So, you know, I find other ways to solve the problem.
It's good to bottle your rage, I find.
I think so.
Stuff it deep down inside.
Good for you. Great for your stomach.
Yeah, right. And the loved ones around you. Passive-aggressive cruelty.
There you go.
It's worked for me for years. Now, let me tell you, of course, a huge thing for you. You won the Oscar for Best Director.
Yeah,
it was probably, ever since you started directing, a lifelong dream.
That was incredible. And that was exciting. And then my partner at Imagine Films, Brian Grazer, and I then won on the producing side in the same night. It was great.
Very nice.
It was fantastic.
Very nice. And then, to top it off, when you're getting your Academy Award for Best Director, your good friend Mel Gibson, I guess you guys are close.
Yeah, well, we did the movie Ransom together, and
he hands it to you. He's at the podium.
Yeah, well, he told me that you know, he was going to be giving out the award. And the night before, he said to me, "I'm giving you an Academy Award tomorrow." And I said, "Well, that's very nice." He says, "No. I'm giving you an Academy Award." Now, you know Mel?
Yeah,
he's a
little bit.
nuts.
Yeah.
And so I kind of laughed about it, and then on the way out he went, and he's crazy enough to read whatever damn name he wants. And so
like he's the only one looking at the envelope. He could just
So you know, the moment came. I was nervous. He said it. I was exhilarated, and I'm walking up the steps thinking, "Oh no." Oh no. And so I get there, I'm thinking about it through my whole speech, and on the way out, I said, "Show me the card." And he showed it. Thank God it said Ron Howard.
Yeah, but it was written in crayon really quickly. It was X'd out. That is so weird. You know, what would you have done? That's a good moral question.
Kept it.
Kept it, exactly. Good. If he had done it.
Kept my mouth shut.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good way to go. Now, you've directed so many films. You've had a lot of success. Do you still get nervous when you're directing? Does it still you know, cause you any anxiety?
Well, it's exhilarating. I love it. But, you know, your adrenaline is going, and each day you've got this creative opportunity to try to, you know, fulfill the potential of the movie. And, I feel a lot of anxiety during the course of filming, as much as I love it. You know, it affects my sleep and everything.
Do you have weird nightmares or anything about it?
I do. I have kind of running dreams about it that I've had ever since I began directing. You know, it's I'll be directing and you know, going up and no one will listen. I mean, I'll go up and give a direction, and a crew member with, you know, just a grip with a hammer, they will just laugh in my face and turn away.
Right.
Actors, you know, showing utter disdain. And then it gets worse because then it's the classic, I'm directing naked.
That's very homoerotic, I just want to tell you.
It's, no, it's, you know, directing is something that I really love. I put my heart and soul into it, and, you know, and I want the films to be good.
Well, let's talk about this movie. You'd never, I was thinking about it today, you've never directed a Western, have you?
No, I haven't, and I like Westerns. What I really like is that period in history, because it was so tough. And, of course, a lot of Westerns have been made, and stories tend to follow, you know, traditional kind of paths. This story, I thought, was really unusual. Strong female characters, Cate Blanchett, who's a, you know, tremendous actress, and a really cool, Tommy Lee Jones is so cool in this movie. And if you, you know, I've long been a fan. I knew this was going to be a role that he would really go crazy.
He has a lot of
did.
intensity, you know, and I don't know the man off screen, but there's an intensity there on the screen that you'd buy into his character because he seems so authentic.
Well, he is authentic, and he's intense on and off, but extremely intelligent. And look, and authenticity was key to him. As extreme as his character is, he's this guy who's abandoned his family like 20 years before. Very intelligent, but a wanderer, and he's basically lived with the Apaches for the last 20 years. But he straddles these two cultures, and you know, he really doesn't belong to either. It's you know, it's an amazingly cool character, and I think really only Tommy Lee Jones could pull it off the way he does.
Yeah, you can't just get anyone to play someone with that kind of
He's amazing, and the authenticity was so important to him, including the language. We had 2 Apache elders with us all the time, getting the language and the culture absolutely correct, and he loved it. And his favorite thing was coming in with little rewrites that included, you know, like off-color remarks and things in the Apache language. And we kept
They were working in like little jokes here, little knock-knock jokes.
Lots of jokes, yeah.
We have a clip here from the movie. What do people need to know?
Well, this is, Tommy Lee Jones and Cate Blanchett together are trying to rescue his granddaughter, Cate Blanchett's daughter, who's been taken, and he has just come across an old acquaintance of his, a Chiricahua Apache from his days traveling with them, and at this point, they don't know whether they're going to be friend or foe after all these years.
Let's take a look at this clip from The Missing.
Shadow by Sedan. Hi, that do Khan. Nes Herana. It do it bekai tai. It asha hulsa.
I lived with him and his family for a time.
Good. That's good, isn't it?
Ne leshe. Ne ste. Des nahanjash. Aku da akahila.
They want our horses and guns.
I am not giving over my horses. You understand? You have to kill me first.
God is built going through.
Dat egu beguts. Taku ji nasta gutu. Nakke ara nat e.
And the other language is authentic.
The language is totally authentic, and the research yielded a lot. You know, for example, you know, the Apache people do. I mean, it's written in journals. It's passed down that you know, when they first see people looking like you and me, they just think we look like we're just out of our minds with rage.
I'm sure they've never seen anyone like us before, and they think, who are these freaks coming along? Well, the movie is The Missing. It opens tomorrow. It's always great to have you here.
Likewise,
Thanks for doing it. Ron Howard, everybody. John Tesh coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.